In my full-time RV nomadic travels this year, I have found a bunch of great new gadgets, and today I'm going to tell you about my top 4. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's Robin with Creativity RV. I hope you're all doing well out there. I am doing great, and if you've been wondering where I've been for the last few weeks, I've been hard at work updating my book, Work From Home While You Roam, the ultimate guide to jobs that can be done from anywhere. The 2025 edition is out now. I needed to jump on that and get it done a little bit early because of the upcoming election, which seems to suck all of the air out of the room. So if you need a remote job, whether it's full-time or professional job, like you're in sales or technology, or you're an artist and you want to know where to sell your stuff, or you just need to make some quick cash along the way, the book has everything you need to get that done. It is on Amazon right now. I'll put the link below. And if you have one of the prior editions, I'll also put the link that you need to easily update it so you have the new information. So let me get into the gadgets. I'm so excited to tell you about these, but just know this will be my final video of the year. I'm going to be jumping in to a new project that I'll be working on until the spring. So let me get right to it. Let me start with this one. This is a safety item for me. You may have seen a few months ago when I was traveling in the Tucson area that I was out on public land in my Airstream by myself, and my door was shut, my back was to the door, I was cutting vegetables, and some really creepy guy showed up at my door. I did not hear him coming. My music was going. Maybe I got a little bit too comfortable. I was in the middle of nowhere. I thought I would hear the car come up on the gravel. I did not. So after that, I went on the hunt for a solution for me where I could still feel comfortable inside of my house, play my music, have the windows and doors open, but know well in advance when there was somebody outside. Everything I'm going to talk about will be in one link that takes you to my list on Amazon. And if you go there, by the way, you'll see all of my recommendations through the last months and years if you want to check those out, but today I'm keeping it to 4. So this is technically a driveway alarm. It is solar powered. It looks like a little birdhouse. It's about 4 inches wide, but on the side, you can see that there are 2 solar panels. Now, most driveway alarms have to have a power source. I'm a boondocker, so I didn't want to deal with that, right? This is really meant to be put, on the back of a tree or, nailed onto the side of your house. So I had to really figure out how to get it to work for me. Up here on the back, along the edge of the birdhouse, I put 2 skinny magnetic strips. I will also put these magnetic strips in the list below because they're kind of hard to find in this size. But I put them right along this edge, and then all I do is pop it up on the outside of my rig. Now, when I got this originally, I was traveling in a van. So it really blended into the white van. It looked like, part of the edging or something. A couple of people did ask me about it, and they asked me if it was a camera. Now, someday maybe I'll figure out how to turn this into a camera. I'm sure somebody out there could, but I don't mind if people think it's a camera. That's just fine with me for my safety, but this is just a motion sensor, okay? Then on the back, you turn it 4 times to turn it on, and then you plug this gizmo into your house, and see these little bubble areas? It actually will tell you what side of your property the person is on, and it's got 35 different ringtones. So I'm going to show you right now what it does. It'll sound like a dog is barking, or a bird is chirping, or an engine is starting. It does all kinds of things, and you will know where they are up to a half a mile away. The receiver is now plugged in, and I'm going to go by each of the motion sensors now. Okay, here are the 3 motion sensors, and I have this plugged in. Right now, I'm putting my hand across them so you can see just the light will go off if you want it to. You don't have to have any sound. and I'm going to put my hand in front of each one so you can see what it does. That's one. That's the next one. And here are some of the different sounds.
Driveway, front door, backyard, garage.
That's my favorite. So you choose. I had a mouse that just started to come in and I could not figure out where it was coming from. So I took these from outside, put them on the floor inside, and as soon as I would start to doze off, one of them would go off, but because of the different ringtones, I knew where the mouse was coming from and getting in, and I'd look over right away and see him, and he'd see me, and he'd dart back out, and I was able to close up the gap he was getting into because of these motion sensors. Again, this is in the link down below, and it runs $72. And while we're talking about must-have gear, let me tell you about my mattress from Brooklyn Bedding, who was nice enough to sponsor this video. I got my Brooklyn Bedding mattress for my Airstream, oh gosh, I don't know, a year and a half ago, and it was a game changer for me. It made my space so much more comfortable. And when you live in a small space, you really need to have a good bed. Brooklyn Bedding delivers the mattress to you for free, squished up in a box. You just open up that box, lay out the mattress, cut the plastic, and it poofs up.
Look at that.
And if you're not sure it's for you, don't worry. They have a sleep guarantee so you can try it out. And if you head over to their website, they have every conceivable kind of weight and height and width mattress you can imagine. So no more cutting up your foam or cutting up your egg crate and trying to give yourself a comfortable space. These beds are made in their factory in Arizona, and they are affordable. So go over and check them out. If you need a new mattress like I did, I have put a link for 25% off a Brooklyn Bedding mattress. You can find that down below. I love mine. I think you would too, so check them out. The next thing I want to tell you about is this little mini fire extinguisher. Now, I had some repairs done in my fifth wheel where I am now to the propane line, and it was done wrong and some stuff melted. And I decided that I needed to get an automatic fire extinguisher to be put back in that bin. Well, those are really expensive and they take up so much space that I couldn't even find one that would go back there. There's one back in there now, and this one I've been holding out to show you guys. This is going to go above my solar bay. I'm not going to try to say the name of this company, but I can tell you this is $40. It will be in the link below. And here's how it works. There's an adhesive strip back here that you can put inside of your car engine, or in my case on the wall inside my refrigerator compartment, or on the wall above your electronics, or on your boat, or in your kitchen. Here's how it works. You stick it wherever you need it, and then when it senses that the temperature has suddenly gotten to around 300 degrees, it shoots out fire extinguisher material right where you need it. And you can use it for solid fires, liquid fires, gas fires, and electric fires. So these run $40 a piece, way more affordable than the big units that take up so much room. So personally, I got 3 of them. It makes me feel a lot better about being in here sleeping if there's a fire. All right, the next thing I want to tell you about saved my bacon recently when I went to Moab for the Moab Music Festival with some friends. This is the Evapolar Portable AC. And look, I know we're going into winter, but this thing is so small. I would snap it up if you're going to a warmer climate, like you're a snowbird about to go somewhere, or you just like to cool a small space. Now, I will tell you, this is not going to cool the inside of your fifth wheel, and it's not going to work if you're in a humid climate. But if you're in a small vehicle like a van or a car or a small trailer, or you can just shut yourself up in a bedroom in a dry climate, this thing is a champ. I filled it with some water so you can see. So you fill it with just a little bit of water. Here's how it works. You open up the back like this. And then there's a little receptacle right here where you pour the water in. And then there's a USB plug back here. So you plug it in and it completely cools you off. I actually used this in Moab when it was in the high 90s in conjunction with a fan. I kind of had this blowing towards the bed and then had another fan like circulating that cold air. And I just shut up the inside of the van, used Reflectix, didn't even have a window open, and it got nice and cool in there. So if you're sick of being hot out on the road and you can't run your air conditioner because you're boondocking or you don't want to use that power, this is a great buy. It is $69.90 right now with a 30% off coupon. And finally, if you guys have been wondering what I've been looking at for my notes, this is a Rocket book. Now, I'm a writer, so I go through a lot of paper until I found this in a small space. It's amazing. It's basically a notebook full of whiteboards. So here's the notes I was looking at today. See that? All you do is rub it off. And this comes with 7 different templates in it. It's got, you know, calendars. You can see I use this all the time. If I need to write down a phone number, I've got a shopping list, or I come up with an idea for my book or whatever, I put it in here. Now, down in the corner, you can see that there's a code that you can scan. You can actually upload anything you do in here into the cloud. If you're an artist and you want to sketch on here, you can upload it. I think it goes into Dropbox, their own app, maybe OneNote and some other things. You can check it out. But this thing is not like the ones they used to have that were like this. I remember one year somebody got one for Christmas for me that you had to microwave that would get rid of the ink. Never worked. I've tried the dry erase ones in the past and they didn't erase, they just stained. This doesn't. I've had it for a year. I love it. Now, it did not come with this case. I got the case separately. For me, totally worth it because it holds my pens and everything. So I will put these both also in the link below. Like I said, this is my last video for 2024, but if you want to continue to get content from me and see me, you can head over to Patreon. The link for that is also down below. You can join my private Facebook group, get my living travel maps, get the books for free, and get exclusive content that happens all year long. If you don't do that, I'll see you guys all next year in 2025 in the spring. Until then, everybody out there, have happy travels and be free.